I know what most of you guys are thinking. Why, Cry? Why are you doing this to us? Why are you doing this to yourself? And believe me, as someone who was betrayed by Tron, I feel your pain. But before you guys run over to the dislike button, just hear me out and let's have a discussion. As someone who loves MMORPGs, I find some of the new features and changes to ArcheAge pretty interesting even though I've moved on. Interesting enough, I want to discuss it. So first off, ArcheAge has recently received the 2.9 patch. This patch came with a ton of new features, including a new world boss, player-made factions where the East and West can play as one. Unlike pirates, you won't receive a jail time each time you die on the mainlands, and Ionat pieces are a bit easier to obtain. Regrading has been adjusted and new gear has also came into the game. If you haven't played ArcheAge for a while, in return you receive free gear giving you a 4K gear score and even more rewards. These are just things that have recently happened. Now, information about the 3.0 update has leaked. The title of this expansion is Orshitna's Hatred. I may have destroyed the name, so please don't get triggered. Remember those new races we heard about like a year or so ago? Yeah, they're finally coming. The Warborn, which is an animal/human hybrid-like race, and the Dwarf, which I know is the class we all wanted to be from the start. Apparently at level 30, both of these classes can transform. The Dwarf going into an armored soldier, which kind of looks like Anubis to me, and the Warborn that goes into predator form that looks pretty badass. A new skill called Hatred. Translations were a bit confusing, so it appears the new Hatred skill can be added to any skill tree, making that skill tree Blink of Hatred, Battle Rage of Hatred, Sorcery of Hatred. You get it. There will be a new field raid boss as well. Of course there will be more costumes, house designs, and new housing areas that can fit up to 2,500 homes. There will be a new 6v6 arena which seems to be cross-server. Some type of new naval battle with 20 users will make its way with the new expansion, new ship gear, and new ships as well. This is all leaked information for the 3.0 update, and it fucking hurt my soul to see this late. ArcheAge was such a great game, and it could have still been good, and I blame Tron for having shitty servers, poor communication, horrible customer service, not really giving a shit about streamers or content creators to help promote and keep their game alive, and just being money hungry. I've never seen a company so greedy, and I will forever have PTSD with this company. You can release the best damn game in the world, and if it's going to be Tron, you can count me out. Was it the company that killed it, or a mixture of that and one of the most toxic communities known to man? Or was it just the release of better games? If you played ArcheAge, what made you stop playing? Some have never played this game before and wonder if they should try it. My answer would be yes, if the game didn't require you to give a year of your life to maybe catch up with current meta. The game is beautiful and the in-game content is great if you love PvP. If you are a PvEer, I would say ArcheAge is not the game for you, unless you enjoy Farmville and want to milk goats, decorate a house, and things like that. These new features look really cool, and to be honest, I've still never had as much fun as I have had while raiding and warring with the other factions in ArcheAge. The game may still look to be alive on certain servers because there are dedicated players who don't want to miss a day of progression, but like a lot of MMOs, it's dying. Its player base has sunk over the years, and I wish it was more popular and was cared for a bit more. Maybe if a different company had it from the start. And like I said earlier, to catch up you will need Patron, which is the monthly sub. You can pay for this, or you can farm enough in-game resources to pay for it with gold, and then keep your farming going to continue to pay for Patron without ever spending cash. The startup, however, is horrendous for a free-to-player. You can also catch up the meta if you drop a few thousand into the game, or a bit less if you have good RNG. I love the changes they are bringing to the game. I used to be highly against those who are still playing, but with all the new features and Tron finally making things a bit better, I wouldn't blame anyone for going back to have fun. It's a great game for instant PvP, and for those of us who still have our accounts and gear, it's easy to jump right back into the fun, though I have no plans of doing so. I wonder how many players will still be there by the time the 3.0 update hits. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about ArcheAge in its current state. Do you still play? Do you plan on returning? Do you miss the good old days of Hasla? I'll be lurking in the comment section. See you soon, friends.